Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to talk about some stuff that's just kind of been on my mind when it comes to gaming and fanboys and just ignorant freaking people in general. I'm not saying that anybody that comes to my lives, is ignorant. I mean, I kind of feel like, the people are just having fun when they come to my stream. I mean, tonight it was getting pretty freaking toxic though. On both sides, we're getting a little toxic tonight. I mean, like today, like I don't know why we as gamers put so much stock into these stupid game awards. They don't necessarily matter. They really don't reflect our individual, thoughts towards the games that we play, because whether you like PlayStation or whether you like Xbox, it doesn't really matter, dude. I mean, like I just got done playing me some Halo. Some Halo Infinite multiplayer, and I mean, the game feels so good that I rarely find myself, like trying to look at the visuals and stuff like that. I just get in and I have fun, man. I play my couple of matches. I actually leveled up my battle pass to 2, so I got another cool thing for my hat. I mean, that's fun. It's exciting, to just play something and have fun. And I'll be the first to admit, I've never really been a major multiplayer kind of person. Like when I play multiplayer, I get on there and I play a few matches and then I get out because I'm done. Like I'm good. That's all I need every once in a while. A good Battlefield game or a Call of Duty, or dude, I can buy these games right when they come out. And usually by the time the next one comes out, I have more than gotten my money's worth out of them. Because I'll usually play through the campaign and then I'll go through and every once in a while I'll jump in and I'll do a few multiplayer matches, because that's all I really need. That's all I really have time for, to be completely honest. My main thing is racing games and story games and big open world games. Racing and big open world games, I will put a lot of time into those. I don't know why, I just do. I really enjoy exploring big open worlds. And just doing, like story and all that. Racing games, I love racing. I love car games. I love the fact that I can play those for hours on end. And like seriously, when I'm in the mood, I will sit down, I'll pull out my racing setup, and I will sit there for 4, 5, 6 hours just zooming, just having a good time. And most of that is just doing laps. Literally just doing laps, trying to figure out how to be better, to get better, to better my skills as a sim racer. Like that's fun to me. Like seriously, going around a track in circles is kind of fun to me. Pulling out my bike games and playing those, jumping on Microsoft Flight. Let's talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator just for a second, okay? Because I mean, there's a lot of games that came out this year that just kind of blew my freaking mind that these things are even possible now. When I was a kid, I started playing. My first game was Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. On a regular Nintendo. That and Duck Hunt. My neighbor down the hall in these apartments we were living, he had one. I was 5. I would go down there and I'd watch him. I'd play Mario and right then and there, like I knew I was hooked and I was a video gamer and that's what I wanted to do. To go from primitive technology like that to seeing lifelike realistic graphics in Battlefield 2042 or Forza Horizon 5, really over the top visuals of Call of Duty Vanguard, Modern Warfare, some of these games, The Last of Us 2, Uncharted looked amazing. Like all of these games that just look so good. Halo Infinite, just how good and how fun that game is to play. All the technology that goes into all of these games that are made is freaking mind-blowing. Especially like me, I'm coming back from that nostalgia, thinking about Super Mario Brothers. Anybody born in like 2000 or whatever, like started playing games in 2000 when they were 5 or whatever. I don't necessarily think the shock factor for them is as big as it is for somebody like me. And I mean, I can only imagine the guys playing Pong when I was playing Mario. You get what I'm saying? You know, that 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 shift for so many years, so many generations now has just been so freaking mind blowing. And to tell you the truth, we're literally at a spot where like we couldn't even imagine this when I was playing Mario. I mean, I could imagine it when I was playing, you know, games back in 2000 or whatever. I would always imagine things looking and feeling the way they do now. Because, I mean, let's face it, you go back to 360 games and those controls feel clunky. And that's only like like a generation ago. Like Xbox One generation. We're 1 year into this new generation. PlayStation 4 generation. PlayStation 3 and 360, even those games had clunky controls back then. They feel clunky. They feel outdated now. We have grown and come so far with all games. So, I mean, the notion that people need to sit and be negative and talk down about somebody else's gaming platform of choice, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, I'm excited for what Xbox Future has. After seeing a game like Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'm pretty pumped for the future of Xbox. That doesn't mean that PlayStation is not going to continue to deliver those freaking beautiful, high quality, movie grade first single player games. Like, I love those. I literally love those games. I love playing them. I love the 30 hours. I love that I get through them and I'm like, wow, man, that was a freaking great story. That was good. The gameplay was good. The visuals were amazing. Like, I love those experiences. They are great. Playing through Death Stranding, you know, some of those experiences toward the end of last generation, you know, God of War, Last of Us 2, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, you know, I mean, gosh, Until Dawn was freaking great. You know, so many games. I even liked the Order 1886. I thought they were great. They were beautiful. The experiences that I get while playing those games are great. I love them. I cherish them. I really enjoy the experiences that I get when I play those games. I can sit down and play right through them. And I love that. I love that I love the fact that when I buy a PlayStation first party game, I know that weekend I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be able to sit back, play through that game, and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy because I'm going to be able to sit down and take in that whole story over a whole weekend, and that's going to be fine. That's the experience that PlayStation consistently delivers for me every time, and I love it. Xbox, on the other hand, the multiplayer experience and the community and all the other things that I get, the games that I get to play and experience on Xbox are a completely different experience for me. Like, I love Gran Turismo. I love racing games. I love Gran Turismo. I will always buy those games. But what Forza Horizon gives me is unprecedented in terms of what Gran Turismo gives me. Now, Forza Motorsport gives me a pretty close feeling to Gran Turismo. But the Japanese artistic style that goes into that game, it makes it feel different. It does. It makes me feel like I can't explain the feeling that it gives me that Forza doesn't give me. And then there's things that Forza gives me that Gran Turismo doesn't give me. So I need both games. I need both experiences. The experience that I get in multiplayer with Gran Turismo is completely different than the experience I get in Forza Motorsport. I think the visuals look better in Forza Motorsport, and the detail and everything that they put in their trackside detail is more appealing to me. Whereas the detail, the immaculate detail that goes into the cars on Gran Turismo is like second to none. Like there's so many pros and cons to both game that make them both essential for my gaming habits. They're essential to me. And that's the way it is with PlayStation and Xbox. They have both become essential parts of my gaming experience, and I couldn't live without either one of them. Last generation with the Xbox One was the first generation that I completely was about to just not even buy an Xbox. I wasn't going to buy one. I didn't feel a need to have one. But Forza Horizon 3, I was like, wow, dude, I got to play that Blizzard Mountain. I bought that Xbox to play that game, and here we are. I'm at the beginning of this generation. I have both consoles. I've decided to start this YouTube channel to share my experiences with you and to continue to celebrate gaming as a whole. That includes Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and PC. Like, I'm starting to get into this whole PC gaming thing, you know, downloading things and trying things, and this is just great. Like, the experiences that that I've been able to grow into, and a lot of this really does come from, you know, being in the lockdowns and stuff, and staying home, being secluded, you know, over COVID and stuff, and a lot of that, you know, I started buying and playing a lot more games than I was before. I would buy all the games that I normally wanted to play. Those were fine, and I'd play through them, and that was normal for me. Then I started buying more because I had more time to play games, so I started buying more games. Now I'm back to basically where I was, you know, like time-wise before, but yeah, actually a little bit less now that I'm doing this channel and stuff too. But I thoroughly enjoy creating content now. And I'm working hard to get better, to bring better content every single day. I love playing these games. Like, they're fun. Like, this is great. Like, I am having the best time of my life being able to do this and being able to have a channel and a platform and people that actually want to come and listen to what I have to say is pretty freaking cool. I'm not going to lie. Like, I appreciate that. And I don't look at you guys as just somebody that subscribes to me. Like, I think of you guys as friends. Like, I really do. I think of you guys as somebody that, you know, is here to support me, and, you know, and I want to do the best I can to give you meaningful interaction that is going to be meaningful. I want to be able to create content that you want to see. And yeah, there's definitely some roadblocks to a lot of that. Like, I can't just, you know, dump thousands of dollars into this YouTube channel. I mean, I have been buying more normally than I normally would, but at the same time, I'm really enjoying that. I think there might have been a few games that I bought and that I'm just like, ooh, gosh, not too much. But I usually let you guys know exactly how I'm feeling about those and what those experiences are. I really try not to spoil much for you guys, because I don't like when I'm watching a video, you know, to try to get somebody's review and they're showing me all this gameplay. Like, for the most part, I didn't want to see all of that. Like, I'm the kind of person that's fine with the announcement trailers. That's cool. That's perfect for me. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see. I do not need to see a whole bunch of gameplay in between that, especially if it's a story game. Like, if it's a racing game, like, whatever. If it's a first-person shooter game, that's a different story. You know, if it's like online multiplayer stuff like that, yeah, dude, I'll definitely show you guys all the gameplay you guys want to see for that. But when it comes to like story games or adventure games or something like that, I mean, especially open world games, because me personally, I like to see those places on my TV in person while I'm playing the game. I do not like to see everything. That's why I didn't watch a whole lot of the Forza, because, oh boy, I did not want to see all of that before I actually got to experience it at home. Like, I wanted to see all that for myself the first time. And I'm glad that I was able to block out as much of that as possible. And I do that a lot now lately, especially now that I have this channel. I don't watch other people's reviews. I don't. I try to avoid their content until after I've made my content for that. And then I might go out and, you know, watch, you know, a couple of the old reviewers that I used to watch to kind of see what they think. And there's a lot of, there's just way too much bandwagon stuff on YouTube, you know. It's like right now, like, the biggest story I'm seeing a lot of people talking about is the Activision, like Bobby Kotick. Like, fire the guy already. Like, obviously, if he's a creep, get rid of him, man. Have somebody else better running that company. But it sounds like that's a pretty big industry problem for a lot of developers. So I don't know, man. Godspeed to them guys for fixing all that. They put themselves in that position, and they're the ones that want to treat people bad. And it just goes to show, okay? Activision is obviously in the headlights for all this stuff, but then they put out this Call of Duty that's like completely like championing all these things that they themselves are doing. Like I don't get it. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like I think they're trying to get everybody to talk nice about them and stuff, but it doesn't work because the game is stupid. Like it was a dumb game. Like Call of Duty Vanguard is a dumb game. The campaign is completely a waste. It doesn't work. Like if you're a creepy company, don't put out a creepy game that tries to play lip service to people, because that's exactly the way we see it, and that's the taste we get in our mouth when it comes to that game. It's not a good game. It's not good. It's not written well. It's just a bunch of cliche stuff that's stuck together and emphasized in certain points to try to invoke an emotion that, like, why would anybody want that emotion in a freaking shooter video game? Like, nobody cares. Or the journalists do, but not even they care, man, because Call of Duty is just straight up not good this year. I don't. But then we get back to the thing of these game awards. Okay, these game awards don't really necessarily matter. Yeah, it's nice to see your favorite game get an award, or those developers get recognized, and basically that's what's happening. Like Xbox is definitely pulling its own weight this time. It's got more nominations than any of the other studios out there, or platform holders. We all feel strongly about Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 5, it is an amazing game. Like it is fun. It's packed with content. There's a lot to do. It's really fun, and a lot of people really enjoy that game. I personally believe that it is Game of the Year material for sure. If it wins the Racing Game of the Year, Sports Game of the Year, I mean, it is its own class or whatever, but I do believe that this one here does deserve to be at a higher level, competing with everything else that's been out this year. I mean, there's a lot of games, like Tales of Arise, Resident Evil Village. I love that game. I love Tales of Arise. I love Scarlet Nexus. Dude, I played so many games this year, it's not even funny. Outriders was even pretty good. Do I think Outriders was Game of the Year? No, but it just got a major update that is supposed to make that game a lot better. I'm probably going to re-download that and check it out for sure. There's just been so many games. I've played so many games that I've forgotten so many. Like, it's not that I've forgotten them. It's just I've played so many, and I didn't cover a lot of those on the channel before starting the channel. Like, I mean, Hitman 3 was great. There's so many games that are much more deserving than Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank is a good game. It is what it is. But I feel like that is more of a tech demo for the PlayStation 5, wrapped in a PlayStation mascot. Like it is. It is good, but is it Game of the Year good? No, not even close. Not even close. Like, I do like Ratchet and Clank, but I do not think that Ratchet and Clank is a better game than Hitman 3. I do not think that Ratchet and Clank is a better game than Resident Evil Village. I do not think that Ratchet and Clank is a better game than Forza Horizon 5. I do not think that Ratchet and Clank is a better game than Tales of Arise or Scarlet Nexus or Nier Replicant. There's so many better games that deserve that spot. And that goes for Psychonauts 2 as well. Like, I think Psychonauts 2 and Ratchet and Clank should be in Best Kids Game. Best Kids Game. That's where they should be. To be completely honest with you, I don't think either one of those deserve to be on the Game of the Year. Like, no, neither one of them do. And I feel like that's fair. I believe that Microsoft Flight Simulator is the most technological advanced next-gen video game this year that has launched. And that is pretty good. I mean, I guess you could kind of put Call of Duty in that same category because you can stream all your textures and stuff, but that doesn't really that doesn't really fit the mold for, you know, what Microsoft Flight Simulator is doing. There's so much, and I really needed to take this time and record this video and kind of talk about, you know, and kind of talk about some of this stuff, because like going forward, like I really do appreciate this channel and I really love video gaming. Like that's my thing. Like a lot of these other YouTubers, they get on there and they claim to be video gamers, but I don't know if I believe half of them anymore. Like I don't know. I think they're more worried about the star power and all of that stuff than they actually are, you know, playing video games. And because anytime somebody comes out with a negative thing, like they're talking about Battlefield, like they're like they're talking about Battlefield 2042 now being a complete trash game, and then they all jump on the same thing. Oh, it's trash. Oh, it's trash. Oh, it's trash. I've been playing Battlefield since the day it went into early access. Every day it has gotten better. They are fixing it. They are doing whatever. Did it launch with bugs? Yeah. Do all games pretty much launch with most bugs? Yeah, dude. But I mean, Battlefield is delivering that core experience that I appreciate. I like it. Yeah, there's a lot of missing stuff or whatever, but like, dude, do we really need a freaking scorecard like to sit there and look at all day so that we can? Yeah, dude, those kind of things don't matter to me, because I get in there and I play the game the way the game is supposed to be played. I like to play the game, like pretend I'm like role play that I'm actually in a war. I don't care about the freaking scorecard or all that stuff. You know, I'm getting in there to play that game and enjoy Battlefield the way it was intended to be played. A lot of these other people, you know, they kind of they just want to get in there and complain about everything, and then they want to, you know, completely downplay Xbox's achievements, because Xbox right now, guys, whether we like it or not, this generation is going to be freaking super interesting. Xbox is changing the way, is changing the video gaming landscape for sure. They are changing that. Gamepass is super profitable for Microsoft. They're delivering some of the best games that we've ever freaking played in our lives. Let that sink in. Like, these are the best looking games full of content that we have ever played in our lives. And that's true. And you know how I know that's true? Because no other console before these ones could produce the visuals and gameplay that we are getting now, at the frame rates we're getting now. I know for a fact we're literally playing the best looking, best performing games that we've ever received on consoles right now, and Microsoft is bringing them to us on Game Pass. The best value we have ever seen in gaming. And that's why I think that Microsoft is doing us a solid this generation, and we are going to be thankful for it, because we are starting to see the quality of what Microsoft is going to be bringing to the table in the future. And as soon as Bethesda games start dropping, this is only going to get better and better and better and better as time goes on. So if you're with me and you like this content, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to be if you want to help support this channel, man, join the membership. I do really appreciate it, and I really would appreciate some help with the streamer tax, dude, for sure. Like, it is getting a little out of hand. Like I said, I have been buying more games normally than I would have bought before. So, yeah, man, if you guys want to join that and help support this channel and help watch it grow, dude, that'd be awesome, man, and I would much appreciate that. So, with that, I'll see you in the next one.